Big Smile the Morning Show. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up and show your love for the one and only Jeff Johnson with 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
Glad to be with you today, good sir. I got a couple things for you, man. First, in crazy news that just seems all too normal. Charges were dropped against a black Texas teen who was arrested for walking home from work.
Yeah. Yeah. Ain't that crazy, Jeff? I saw the video. That's crazy.
It's crazy, but it's almost not, right? I mean, 18-year-old Rodney Reese, he was heading home from Walmart where he worked, and he was stopped by officers, Plano Police Department, who were responding to a welfare check about reports of a man in short-sleeve shirt stumbling in the snow. Now, this brother lives with his mom a few blocks away, repeatedly told the officers he was fine. I'm on my way home. I'm straight. He could be heard saying on the body cam footage. All right, but you're walking in the middle of the road, one of the officers responded. He apologized and continued walking home, but for some reason, the officers continued
to follow him. Said it was ice over there.
Bruh. After 2 minutes, they put him in handcuffs and arrested him with the official charge of being a pedestrian in the roadway. So,
wow.
So you can say you're doing a wellness check all you want. That doesn't require you putting him in handcuffs. He wasn't a threat. He hadn't broken the law. You and I both know that when it's a snowstorm in a place like Texas where they not even doing the streets, let alone the sidewalks, the safest place for him to walk was in the street.
Right.
So he even said they treated me like I was a criminal. He explained he was walking in the street, but the sidewalks were covered in ice.
Yes.
And he spent the night in jail. So it wasn't even like they did a BS arrest and then released him on his own recognizance. The brother spent the night in jail. And so, of course, the story talks about the fact that the charges were dropped. My thing is who's then going to charge the police? Because it's one thing for you to drop the charges against this young brother. It's another thing. Anyway, there we go again.
Don't they have a black police chief? Did you see his statement? What are your thoughts on his statement?
I thought it was ridiculous.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think the whole thing is ridiculous. Like, everybody needs to be walking on their knees in the snow to his mama's house to say sorry. They need to be walking on their knees to Walmart to apologize. It's just ridiculous. And it's the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And that's why I said it almost seems normal, right? In other news, a Pennsylvania man was arrested for threatening to kill members of Congress and shoot black people to keep them in line.
Wow.
62-year-old Harry Miller was charged with sending threatening communications in interstate commerce, which is a federal crime. The charges were announced in a statement from the U.S. Attorney Scott Brady's Pittsburgh office. Miller allegedly made multiple calls to the offices of Congress members, Catherine Clark's office, and this has been going on for quite some time. But the 62-year-old just is off. And at the very least, at least he was arrested because, you know, it seems to be that people that incite riots and threaten people, especially in Congress, don't get arrested these days. So that was what we got. Let me say this, Rick. We're coming to the close of Black History Month. We got a little less than a week left, and I just want to remind people that when Carter G. Woodson created Negro History Month back in 1927, he did it not as a time for us to celebrate. It was a time for us to teach those that did not know. And so he was very clear that people in the country didn't have enough of an understanding about the contributions of our lives here. And so this was a moment to share with those that didn't know, not a moment for us to celebrate ourselves. And I hear that on a regular basis. This is not a month to celebrate ourselves as much as it is to remind those that don't know who the hell we are.
Right.
And so we got to be a little bit more clear about we celebrate ourselves every day because we love who we are. we teach ourselves every day because we want to know more about who we are, and we share with our babies so that they have more to share. This is a moment to let those who just don't know how dope we are, to remind them all the ways that we are. And that's what this month is about. And so on Thursday, man, I'm going to talk about 3 people who just inspire me. And I would love to hear from you all who you think I should talk about. Hit me at Jeff's Nation with some folks living or not that you just think are making Black history or personify Black history, to let the people in the seats who don't know. Those 3 things I got, brother. Y'all can hit me at Jeff's Nation on all social media. Always good to hear your voice, man.
Hey, man, good to hear your voice, man. Thank you for coming on with us, man. Y'all give it up, show your love for Jeff Johnson.